where's my trusty steed, Bullseye? I have to ride off into the sunset. Oh! Ride like the wind, Bullseye! Watch. Wait. I'm ticklish, okay?
Oh, you are?
No. Stop. No, please, no, stop.
Mission log. I've reached Zerg's command deck, but no sign of him or his wooden captive.
That's Woody. Ow!
This way! Buzz, can you see? What's going on? To the left. No, your left. Take me up higher. What's happening?
Oh, it's horrible. They're torturing him.
What are we gonna do, Buzz?
Use your head.
But I don't want to use my hand!
Hello, where's you, and welcome back to Let's Play Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue, and I love this music so much! We'll have time to appreciate it a little bit later. But first, we have some very important things to talk about. This right here, I love this so much. How you can like see the vent that they came through, even if the room itself looks something like the did in the cutscene or anything like that, I still love it. But also, we'll be going over here, we're going to ignore you for a moment, even though you're one of the best Toy Story characters of all time, because we're going to talk to Rex for a moment, because there's something here we need to address, and it bothers me so much. Emma's in the bathroom. Yes, that's what bothers me. Jessie has lost her critters. She's on the kitchen table. You misspelled Jessie's name! That is the biggest sin ever! My goodness! They misspelled her name and it makes me so upset. Like, I probably shouldn't think about it too much, but typos are like legitimately something that will always bother me no matter what I do. Anyway, yeah, let's go over here and talk to Bullseye. You shouldn't be able to talk, but apparently you have dialogue. Howdy, Buzz! If you could bring me 5 horseshoes before you run out of time, I will give you a pizza plant token. Don't horses only have like 4 feet? Why would you need 5? I don't know. Maybe you like have, maybe it's like a spare tire or something like that, where like you don't really need it, but you have it anyway, just in case, like, just in case one of your feet pop or something. I don't know where I was going with that. I was still thinking of like car analogies, but I don't know enough about cars or horses or anything. Anyway, let's talk to Bullseye. Well done, you found all my horseshoes. Here's a pizza plant token. I love Bullseye. Now, one of my favorite things right here is, you don't really have a lot of characters that like follow you around when you go, but I always love this right here, just like spinning around Bullseye because he will spin to follow you. It's really amusing. Now, you may be wondering what the heck this force field is for. Well, if you were to continue onwards, then there's going to be something over here that's another thing that took me an eternity to figure out. This fireplace. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out what you're supposed to do right here to get this live, but yeah, you just need to use a force field to go through there so you don't burn stuff. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing. Also, the enemies. They're completely different now, and this is something that I completely glossed over in the previous episode. So yeah, we saw that this entire Let's Play so far that the enemies were kind of like based off Zerg's minions. Now they're kind of transitioning over to the Woody's Roundup characters. We're seeing vultures and snakes and things like that. So we saw both of them kind of mixing in the elevator. Like, we saw both of them together in the elevator. That's the last time we're ever going to see the Zerg bots. Now all the enemies going forward are going to be Woody's Roundup themed. That is one of my favorite details in this entire game. It's such a good detail. I love it so much. And also, the vultures. They're easily the best character in this game. They make the funniest noises ever when we defeat them. We'll listen to them like, you saw nothing. I didn't fall to my deathly doom. But when we see the vultures next, why can I not make this jump for 8-year-olds? I'm not that bad at the video games. My goodness! This stupid thing! Let's do it! We can do it! What was that? Oh, wait, no, I know what those coins are. Never mind. That sounds like some kind of mysterious enigma that we'll never be able to solve. That switch right there, that will be able to destroy the canyons. But here's the thing about that, though. cowboys couldn't afford canyons. They couldn't afford station wagons either. Been waiting a while to use that one. So now we go over here, and now we're in the kitchen! Yay! Now, I don't mean to brag, but I can make a pretty mean bowl of cereal. So, like, I don't know what to say. I am obviously a top chef that everyone is jealous of. I'm not a good cook at all. I can tell horror stories that will traumatize people for a lifetime. The first time I ever tried making pasta, it liquefied into a goulash. I don't know how that happened. I can make a pretty good burger though. Like, I like making the burgers and stuff, and I put peanut butter on them, and that might sound gross, but I like it. Howdy, Buzz! All my critters have escaped. If you find all 5 of them and come see me, I will give you a pizza plant token. And now she knows about Buzz's Spanish mode. I love that part in this right there. So, yeah, that right there kind of causes a bit of a plot hole with this game. I don't know how much of a plot hole you can really say about a movie tie-in game. But at this point in the movie, like, Jessie kind of wasn't on Buzz's side. She was still kind of like going, like, all for going to Japan and things like that. So, like, it's a little bit weird that Jessie and Bullseye are here, but Woody isn't. I don't entirely understand that, but I think my mindset right now is that maybe, like, in this version, like, I don't know, like, it's only Woody and the Prospector they're going, but I'm pretty sure, like, they need the entire lineup to be able to sell it to the collector. I don't know. I would like them to just kind of, like, follow up on that story at some point, because I am genuinely curious to know if the world of Toy Story, the Woody's Random Museum, like, ever actually did happen, because that'd be really cool to actually see in, like, a Toy Story short or something like that. So those cannons right there, just like pretty much every other collectible projectile in this game, whenever you see them, you can, like, use a spin attack to deflect the cannon. So that's pretty cool, because I'm pretty convinced at this point Buzz has, like, indestructible wings, because, like, he can, like, knock back freaking cannons with them. That's impressive. Also, these lights, they are going to not be your friend, because unlike the other ones that we've climbed across our adventure, those ones, Buzz will, like, slide down automatically. I guess the grip on them is a little bit harder to hold on to. I guess that makes sense, because they're, like, metallic and they're the ring version and things like that, so I suppose that makes sense. We got a cute little bunny rabbit. Oh, who's a cute little bunny rabbit? Alright, so continuing onwards, I'd like to continue my story from the previous episode. So, well, first of all, we have the green laser right now, so that's not really going to be that great. Yay, I'm getting scatterbrained. My favorite thing with the Vulture, like, usually only really happens when you have the regular laser, so we'll see that in a moment. But continuing my story from the previous episode, we're starting right now because we can see, like, Ham right here. I'm saying, like, way too much, I apologize for that. We see Ham right there, and he says, like, Buzzy Boy throughout this game. So that leads to, like, one of the bigger things I'd like to talk about with this Let's Play. So, my desire to redo this Let's Play just isn't really all that complicated. It's just a desire that this is, like, one of my favorite platformers of all time, and I wanted to redo it because I didn't like the original Let's Play. Like, even back then, like, I wasn't too fond of it, and I knew I could do better someday. So that's a big reason why I decided to do it now. One of the bigger things that inspired me to do this actually came from Chuck Conroy, of all people. So, during his Mystery Dungeon Let's Play for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, he has a Pokemon on his team named Buzzy Boy, like, as a reference to this game. I remember him saying in the video that he hasn't played that far, but he heard this game was, like, brutal in difficulty and things like that. Just the fact that, like, my favorite Let's Player of all time mentioning one of my favorite games, I don't know, that just something about that was just really satisfying. And so this was, like, kind of, like, inspired me to make my first fan logo for Chuck Conroy. Like, you'll see it up on screen right now. When I posted that, it got really popular. So, like, it was one of my most liked tweets ever, and I was very happy about that. So I was like, you know, I really like how this logo turned out. What would it look like if I did one for my own channel? So I did that. I made my own channel logo for this game, and I was really happy with it. So I was like, I do want to really do this game. It is going to happen someday. I don't know when, but I don't know. Maybe if, like, a project gets delayed or something like that, we can if a project gets delayed, we can delay. Yeah, words are difficult to speak. I'm going to start that sentence again. What was I saying a moment ago? If another project gets delayed, then we can go back and try this one again. Now, I was originally going to play this on like an actual Nintendo 64 or original PlayStation. I decided against it because the adapter that I use, it's a pretty good adapter. I don't like how it like stretches the screen to make it widescreen. I'm not a big fan of that. Now, I can do some fancy editing magic to put it back to the proper aspect ratio, but the quality just wouldn't be as good as I would have liked. Or I could just leave it a widescreen and not really care that much. Honestly, I don't really care that much whenever I'm playing on my own time. It's just that the matter of I want like good quality videos and things like that, and I just know there will be people who will be complaining that, oh, this 4x3 game is now a widescreen. How dare you? You've ruined my childhood, or something like that. Alright, we go over here. I want my green laser to go. I want my green laser to go away so that I can hear the funny thing from the vulture. We can kind of hear it, but it's funnier when we don't have the green laser. So this puzzle over here, this could be pretty interesting. Stomp the buttons to change the track points and make the train switch tracks. Get the train to go onto a dead-end track so that you can push the box to the train bed to reach the pizza plant token. Yeah, they kind of like outright spell out for you what you're supposed to do here. It is appreciated, but at the same time, it kind of feels like it holds your hand just a little bit too much for this one. We we have some switches right here that will change the track. So what you want to do is that you want to like follow the train around it to see the route that it's going to take. This is the route that I usually go for finishing this puzzle, is to go for the second one first and then kind of wait for the train to make a loop so that it actually goes onto the switch track. Because after that, then we should be able to continue onwards. So let's go over here, wait for the train to go by.
No time to lose.
Alright, I think it's on the right path now. I like waiting for the train to go by before we actually do anything. It's been activated now. You do want to watch out for the hitbox for the stomping. You basically want to make sure that the button is actually light up so you know that the thing is actually going. That's pretty interesting. Now, hopefully we did this right. I practiced for this before recording, so hopefully we're on the right track. Did you see what I did there? Did you get my joke? Because I said on the right track, and we're playing a game where it's a train track. Did you get my joke? Did you find it humorous? Was it funny? You did not go the right direction. I could have sworn I activated that. I could have sworn I activated it. Why didn't the thing work? Game, how could you betray me like that? I thought we had something special. I will never be the same again. I'll get you down over here. I want to know, can you jump on top of the train and kind of like ride it around? You know, I'm going to try that. It's probably not going to work, but I'm going to try anyway. No, it doesn't look like it. Like, I've been trying this for a moment, and it kind of seems like buzz goes through the train if you do get on top of it, which is a little bit on the unfortunate side. Oh well, we tried. Alright, well, we'll continue onwards. I think we activated the thing. Maybe the rewind thing. Yep, it did work! Yay, it worked! We did it. We did it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Not eating here tonight. Woo, not eating here tonight. Woo, not eating here tonight. You're on a diet. Alright, now we can go over here. Now, the big reason why I wanted to do that was because the box we're going to need to get on top of the bed, it's kind of going to become more than impossible to get through there with the train, because here's the thing. The train goes faster than Buzz can push the box, so even if you try timing it perfectly, you're still going to run into an issue where the train just kind of stops your progress and it becomes a bit more of a nuisance than it's worth. So it's not really all that worth it to try beyond that, but it can still be an interesting time to try and do and stuff like that. So if you can do it, then by all means, like, try sending me a video of that, because I would honestly really love to see that. I'm sure there's like some kind of speedrunner out there who's done. I have watched speedruns of this game, like in preparation for this Let's Play, because I did know a few tricks about this game before starting, but I wanted to learn more of them before we got into the Let's Play. So that was a fun time. We stopped it at the same time the cannon hit us. That was kind of unnecessarily epic. Alrighty then, so we did that, and where do we want to go next? I want to go this way. Now, I don't know why, but I find it funny that this is like Al's bedroom. Just that he just has like the nerdiest bed in the world. Honestly, I would love to have a bed like this, because I love trains. I just find it really funny. We don't actually know how old Al is in the Toy Story universe. My headcanon is that he's like in his 40s or something like that, because he just kind of looks like he's 40. That's my headcanon. He might be older than that, might be younger. He definitely doesn't come across as a guy who really takes care of himself. I mean, yeah, he is like a successful businessman, but we don't really know how big Al's Toy Barn actually is. It might just be the one location, it could be a few, but I'm thinking way too much into the lore about this. Now, one of my favorite details in the Toy Story movies is that in Toy Story of Terror, we see the box that they're like shipping, trying to ship Jessie to. The shipping address for that is Al's Toy Barn. So yeah, even after all these years, Al is still trying to collect the Woody's Roundup gang and things like that. Can you imagine how devastating that would be to have finally completed your collection and then like it all disappears and things like that? Man, I wonder if he ever sued the airport, because that was a lot of valuable stuff to have lost. And he like outright talks to the people, asking them to keep an eye on it and things like. Well, he was rude about it, so I can imagine the airport probably didn't care that much about keeping his stuff safe. And I probably should have waited to talk about this until a later episode, because at this point in the movie, that hasn't happened yet, but I don't care. This is my channel. I can do whatever I want. I can talk about toothpaste, and it'll be the most fascinating subject on this channel. Probably. By the way, I gotta say, I love this room so much. This is probably one of my favorite ones in the entire game, because here's the thing. It was really cool being able to see a movie and then play a game that takes place in that room. So we're in this area. We've seen the trophy room plenty of times throughout the movie, and being able to actually like see it and seeing the trophy cases that Woody, Bullseye, Jessie, and the Prospector were all in, things like that. It's just so cool. And then off in the corner over there, off in the corner over there, we see the giant cardboard Woody. Now, obviously, not everything in the trophy room in the movie made it into the game, but still, this is just one of the coolest things ever. We also get to see the TV that they were watching Woody's Roundup on. It's so good. I love it so much. I love this game. Alright, we head over here. I want to go back on top of the thing so we can continue on our destiny. Now, going back to what I was talking about earlier about the fan logos and things like that, something pretty cool happened today. So I posted a thing to kind of like help promote the Let's Play, talking about the history of it. I'm going to rewind that there, and nobody saw anything. I'm going to, like, I posted the thing promoting the Let's Play, talking about the origin, how it was making the fan logo for a Dragon Run, right, that inspired me to make a logo for my own, which eventually inspired me to continue making the Let's Play. The cool thing is that he, like, retweeted it, and that tweet kind of blew up. So, like, there were a lot of people who were liking it and commenting on it. It was really fun. Now, the first episode hasn't premiered at the time that I'm recording this, so I'm hoping people are liking it so far. I don't know how I don't know how the feedback is on Let's Play yet, but I'm having fun, so that's all that matters. Ha ha ha, ... defeat the gunslinger boss to get a pizza. Planet token. I don't know, I just always thought that was one. So, this guy is kind of a joke. So, just snipe pretty far back, spin away the bullets, and then continue firing at that. Now, if you don't have the green laser, it can be a little bit more challenging because he is going to take a lot more damage. The cannon itself can also be a bit of a nuisance, but honestly, this isn't really that challenging of a fight. I gotta say, I think this area is really cool. How you're fighting this in like a diorama of the Wild West and like a showdown. So it's like you're fighting in high noon and things like that. It's really cool. And he teleported over there. I don't know how that happened. Teleportation after death is apparently a thing in this universe. That's pretty cool. Now another cool detail about this. He doesn't disappear. Keep that in mind. Every other boss fight we've had so far kind of spontaneously combusted. He didn't though. So we might want to keep that in mind for the future. Now as we continue on this area, I'd like to listen to the music for a moment because my goodness, this song is amazing.
That's the ticket. Here you go, Buzzy Boy.
No time to lose.
Yeah, this music is amazing. It just feels so good. It sounds like something you'd hear from like Frontierland and things like that, which is obviously the style they're going for because the Wild West thing. I love it so much. Two more things I want to bring up before we go get the last Pizza Planet token. This setup right here, when you think about it, this living room setup kind of sucks. So, you have the couch right here, but the TV is facing really down, so facing kind of low to the ground. So you kind of be bending your neck in a weird way to look over the table to watch the TV, so why doesn't it hang up any higher than that? But also, the more important part, the vulture. That's like my favorite sound ever, and I don't know why. Okay, I lied. I guess there's a third thing. This door right here, over here, it's not lined up properly. But pay close attention to where that door was in comparison to this area. We go to the next room, which is supposed to be where that door leads to, but where it appears, yeah, that leads to the fireplace. So I kind of get the impression that they had some other designs that were changed during development or something like that. I don't know what happened there, but that's just something that always bothered me. But what doesn't bother me is the fact that we're going to get to talk to Jessie! I love Jessie so much! Jessie's one of my favorite characters in the Toy Story universe, especially nowadays because my baby niece, like I got her a Jessie doll. She loves the doll so much. It was so cute seeing her like carrying it everywhere. And they were on the playground, like she'd have the Jessie doll close to her and like we'd be playing around with it. It was so cute. It was one of my favorite memories during that trip.
To infinity and beyond!
I'm so immature. No, we're not gonna save our game. Stop asking me. It is good to save our game, but I don't need to save my game manually. I've got restore points. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Toy Story 2. In the next episode, it's the evil Emperor Zurg. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and next time, later gator to you. Oh yeah.